Good morning, America. Critical fire danger. The West broiling under intense dry heat. 55-mile-per-hour winds fanning flames of the nation's biggest wildfire. As 100 square miles burn in southern Utah, millions are under weather alerts, the latest on the heat and the storm threats around the country.
Race against time. Rescue crews search for signs of life in Venezuela's rubble. Tens of thousands said to be missing. The miraculous rescue of a woman and her 18-day-old son pulled from the wreckage. While the death toll from the double quake continues to climb.
U.S. strikes Iran after an Iranian drone attack on a ship in the Strait of Hormuz. President Trump calling it a foolish violation of the ceasefire agreement. His message to Iran.
Massive gas explosion.
I hear the flames from here.
Okay.
It's on fire. It's on fire.
Dozens of houses in Ohio demolished or damaged. What we know about how it started.
Required reading. Texas adopts a new curriculum that mandates public school students read passages from the Bible, putting the state and its 5 million school children at the center of the debate over separation of church and state.
Countdown to Wimbledon, the Americans to watch. And Serena's return to the grass courts where she's won 7 singles titles. What fans can expect.
New clues about Taylor Swift and Travis Kelce's upcoming wedding. It could be just days away. What we know about the venue, the guest list, and much more.
And Jonah the dog finally has his day. The very good boy spotted at a Florida Marlins game, yearning for that hot dog, the video going viral. And now it's dog eats dog.
Smaller bites, buddy.
In the best way.
Live from ABC News headquarters in New York City, it's Saturday. Good morning, America.
Oh, a happy ending to that story,
I
right?
know.
Yeah,
What a
we
good
love
boy.
it.
That was cute. Dog eats dog.
Yeah, you got it. We're going to have a lot more on that coming up. Good morning, America. Great to have Mary Bruce back at the desk this morning, as always. So we look ahead to a lot of news coming up here. July 4th holiday weekend is something we've got covered for you. Also, we're following the late-night strikes on Iran after Iranian drone attack targeted a ship in the Strait of Hormuz. What this means for a possible peace deal.
That's right. Plus, what's next after a mistrial was declared in the federal case about one of the most devastating wildfires in California history. We're also going to tell you about this investigation happening now into this Boeing 777. Look at that, making it a very low pass over a Texas airport. Ooh. So we're talking about that here.
But we do begin here with the West facing a significant fire risk this weekend, with dozens burning across 12 states. Melissa Don is in Los Angeles with the latest. Melissa, good morning.
Good morning, Mary. So the fire danger in Utah is rapidly growing. Officials telling people to have their go bags ready because any new wildfire that sparks could be life-threatening as crews are just fanned out across the state. This morning, multiple wildfires burning across Utah amid one of the rarest, most extreme weather warnings out west.
We are seeing things that we have never seen before.
Utah declaring a state of emergency as the National Weather Service calls it a particularly dangerous situation. At least a dozen new fires erupting in the state in just 24 hours, forcing evacuations for several new counties. Overnight, 2 wildfires merging into one. The Cherry Fire burning 20,000 acres south of Salt Lake City. Officials there shutting off power. The Cottonwood Fire still 0% contained. Now one of Utah's most destructive fires in the state's history, with more than 71,000 acres scorched. The scale of the flames captured on Ring camera video. Embers seen flying. Flames on the mountain burning cabins and trees. Mark LeDuc watching the devastation unfold.
The smoke cloud was getting bigger and bigger, and, just incredible, really, in a devastating and sad way to watch how fast that fire just all of a sudden appeared.
This is all that is left of Trent Owen's home, where he, his wife, and their 2 children lived.
It's really hard for my 8-year-old daughter. Everything that she knows and her whole upbringing and her home, her bedroom, all her stuff is gone.
Southwest of Salt Lake City, the Iron Fire burning over 40,000 acres, but with 27% containment, officials lifting some evacuation orders. Residents of Eureka making an emotional return home.
Happy that everyone's homes are still here.
Now, on top of already battling these large, uncontrolled wildfires, Utah is dealing with just extremely dry vegetation, gusty winds, and we're talking about humidity levels down to 5%. So, Gio, this is making this all so dangerous for any new fire activity.
It really is. And as you said, 11 million people there in the zone under threats. Melissa, thank you so much. We've got to watch that. Now to that dangerous heat, more on that critical fire, weather, and storm threats that are making their way across the country. Samara Theodore is here with the latest on that. Samara, good morning.
Good morning, Gio. And you know, it's not just Utah. There happens to be 6 states right now in the Southwest under a red flag warning. That's for everyone living in this pink color. Wind gusts up to 55 miles per hour, as you heard, 5% humidity, single-digit humidity. This is another way to look at that risk. The critical fire danger, really high, level 3 out of 3 for Grand Junction, Greystone, anyone living in that pink color there. Meanwhile, the rain is out in the Midwest and parts of the Ohio Valley. You can see flood watches have been issued from Wichita and Tulsa to Evansville and Louisville, all the way up to Cincinnati. Finally, a severe thunderstorm threat in play today for the Carolinas. It's there where we could see isolated tornadoes, damaging wind, and large hail. That's a look at the forecast. Whit, back to you.
All right, Samara, we'll check back with you in just a bit. The death toll is rising this morning in Venezuela after those devastating back-to-back earthquakes. Nearly 1,000 people killed, tens of thousands missing. U.S. aid and search and rescue teams are now on the ground there. Marcus Moore joins us with the latest. Marcus, good morning.
Oh, Whit, good morning. Rescuers are within that critical window of time to try to find people who are trapped in the rubble of those buildings. It is a devastating scene for sure, but it's also one of hope as crews manage to free survivors.
This morning, a desperate search for survivors in Venezuela, hit by back-to-back earthquakes that left more than 900 people dead. But hope is keeping people going here. Watch as this 18-day-old baby named Juan is pulled from the rubble of the building that collapsed on top of him. The newborn rescued along with his mother, then placed in his father's arms. Miraculous scenes of survival. This child pulled from the rubble in La Guaira, the epicenter of the destruction. His uncle saying it's horrible, they've seen too much, and that they were relieved to get one out alive, couldn't reach 2 others. The back-to-back quakes flattening storied buildings like pancakes, leaving few pockets to survive. Firefighters were ready to leave this collapsed home when they heard barking and found this dog completely trapped. Rescuers giving him water and digging him out by hand. A UN official saying there are likely 50,000 unaccounted for as the death toll continues to rise. And this gut-wrenching post from Venezuelan soccer player Hector Bello, sharing his wife Andrea died in the quake trying to protect their daughter who was rescued. Bello writing, "How do I explain to your daughter that you lost your life to save hers?" As the humanitarian crisis grows, communities coming together to help.
The earthquake has been just devastating, has been terrible.
Genesis Garcia, a teacher from Louisiana, was on vacation with her family, now helping on the front lines, getting medicine, food, and baby formula to those in need.
We just started getting organized in the city to collect the items that we need the most, to buy as much medicine as we can.
And much needed aid starting to come in. The first shipment of equipment arriving to support the 2 specialized U.S. search and rescue teams.
And those teams are going into one of the worst situations imaginable, having to get through piles of rubble in what is truly a race against time. And we now know that teams from 10 different countries are now mobilized to help Venezuela. Mary.
The need there just so dire. Marcus, thank you. And now to the late-breaking developments in Iran. U.S. forces striking Iran in retaliation for an Iranian attack on a commercial ship in the Strait of Hormuz. ABC News senior White House correspondent Selena Wang joins us now. Selena, good morning.
And good morning to you, Mary. Last night, the U.S. attacked Iran with strikes on missile and drone storage locations. The U.S. military says this was in retaliation to Iran firing on a cargo ship trying to cross the Strait of Hormuz just 24 hours earlier. President Trump called that attack a foolish violation of our ceasefire agreement. He claims Iran shot at least 4 attack drones at ships in the Strait, with one of them hitting the upper deck of a large cargo ship and the U.S. knocking the other 3 down. Now, it's been just over a week since Trump signed that deal with Iran, and it's already been tested again and again. In that deal, Iran promises to reopen the strait, but instead, it's been trying to control it, warning ships they could be in danger if they pass the strait without Iran's permission. Iran also says it plans to charge ships a fee to pass, but the Trump administration says that's unacceptable. And here's the bigger picture in all of this. Before the war, 1/5 of the world's energy supply transited through the strait, but this latest incident, Gio, shows just how tough it's going to be for traffic to get back to normal levels.
Yeah, it's remarkable to see the impact all of this has made. Selena Wang, thank you so much. Now to President Trump's former national security advisor pleading guilty to one count of illegally keeping national security information. John Bolton worked for Trump during his first term, but later became one of Trump's most vocal critics. Bolton entered his plea before a federal judge in Maryland. Sentencing is set now for October. He could go to prison for up to 5 years. Whit?
Gio, now to the massive damage to an Ohio neighborhood after an explosion triggered by a gas leak. Faith Abube is here with the details. Faith, good morning.
Yeah, good morning to you, Whit. The images are unbelievable, and we're just about to show them to you. It was a massive explosion that left nearly 24 homes damaged, 3 of them leveled to the ground, and even a day later, the debris was still smoldering.
This morning, authorities outside Cleveland, Ohio, investigating this violent blast that rocked a suburban neighborhood and left 2 people injured.
I hear the flames from here.
Okay.
And it's on fire. It's on fire. Oh my God, it's flames. It's roaring. The house is on fire.
The force of the blast leveling 3 homes.
It's an emergency. The house that backs up to me just blew up.
Drone video showing the devastating aftermath, including burned out vehicles in the smoldering debris. At least 20 other houses also damaged, witnesses shaken.
All of a sudden, I'm on the 2nd floor and all my windows blew out. I'm like, I just have to get out. So I have nothing. All I have is my phone and myself.
Authorities say first responders were called to the area on Thursday after a gas leak. Crews were evacuating the residents when an explosion set off a chain reaction. In a statement, telecom infrastructure company Unity confirms to ABC News that their subcontractor was working in the area at the time of the blast and, quote, based on our initial findings, we believe this damage was the result of inaccurate markings of underground utilities by a third-party utility locating service. Meantime, investigators still urging people to stay away from the damaged area.
There's damage not just controlled to this neighborhood, but on a street on either side, and sometimes 2 streets over. The concussion of the blast has taken out windows, siding, the soffits, some lights, doors. You see garage doors pushed in, and that was from the pressure from the blast.
It's just wild to see those images. Remarkably, though, no deaths were reported, and the 2 injuries were minor. At this time, officials do say they're still investigating what ignited that spark that led to the explosion.
Yes, still so many questions there.
Definitely.
Faith, thank you. And this morning, terrifying images out of Beijing that some viewers may find disturbing. Videos circulating online show the aftermath of a small plane crash into the city's tallest skyscraper. Parts of the plane can be seen falling from the side of the building. A fire igniting on the ground by the entrance to the tower. Chinese authorities say that only the pilot was on board the aircraft and was killed in the crash. 13 were injured in the building and on the ground. It did not identify the pilot's motive. All videos, images, and posts related to the incident have been removed from the internet in China. Gio.
Okay, Mary. Also this morning, the Federal Aviation Administration is investigating a viral video posted on X. Take a look at this. It apparently shows a Boeing 777 making a very low pass at an airport in central Texas. Authorities say that the cargo plane was on a repositioning flight when the pilots flew low above the runway of a private airport. Flight Radar 24 data shows that the plane was within 25 feet of the ground, and you can clearly see that in the video. Jet LLC, the aircraft's registered owner, released a statement saying that they are aware of the video in which the plane is, quote, conducting a low-pass flight in a manner that does not reflect operational standards. So we will keep following that.
That video is really something. All right, Gio. Texas is sparking a growing debate over the separation of church and state after the state's education board voted to mandate Bible readings in public schools. Let's go to Alex Perche for the latest on this. Alex, good morning.
Good morning, Whit. Yeah, in what appears to be a first in the country, the Republican-controlled Texas State Board of Education has passed a plan mandating works that all of its more than 5 million public school children must read, and Bible passages are included in every grade's required materials. So in elementary school, students will begin with a picture book series, and starting in the 4th grade, they will read specific Bible passages about Jesus. In middle school, that will include the Sermon on the Mount and teachings about the kingdom of heaven. And in high school, students will read Bible passages alongside classical authors like Charles Dickens and Jane Austen. Now, last year, Texas began to require every classroom display the 10 Commandments. This latest change doesn't start until 2030, but this move puts Texas square in the center of the debate over religion in schools, and some educators are arguing this violates a separation of church and state and favors Christianity over other religions. And now, that same Texas board is considering a new social studies curriculum that draws parallels between the Bible and American history. Mary?
A lot of questions about where this goes from here. Thank you so much. And this morning, Microsoft says it is joining Apple in raising prices. All of it, the company says, because of a shortage of the crucial chips that go into many of its products. Andrew Dimbert is here with the details. Andrew, good morning.
Hey, good morning, Mary. If you've been putting off buying a new laptop, tablet, or gaming console, it may cost you more. Microsoft is joining Apple in raising prices as the tech industry grapples with soaring costs for memory chips. Apple increasing the price of several products. The MacBook Air jumping $200 to just under $1,300. The MacBook Pro up $300 to nearly $2,000. And iPads also seeing increases of $150. iPhone prices for now remain unchanged. Microsoft is also passing costs on to consumers, raising the price of its Xbox consoles by $100 for the 512 gigabyte model and $150 for the 1 terabyte version. So what's behind these hikes? Well, the companies point to an AI-driven boom that's creating unprecedented demand for memory chips, driving up prices across the electronics industry in what some are calling chipflation. So what to do as a consumer? Keep a special eye out this year during Black Friday. Yes, it's June. We're already talking about Black Friday because any discounts on electronics, that'll be one of the best opportunities for shoppers hoping to offset those prices.
It's unbelievable, Andrew. Those prices are a lot more.
And people who are back to school shopping for their kids and everything,
that's right.
They can't wait till Black Friday.
That's
so
right.
It's happening now.
Especially for those iPads. All right. Thank you so much, Andrew.
All right. Turning now to Wimbledon. Some big possibilities ahead for U.S. players as action gets underway. Morgan Norwood is here with a preview. Good morning, Morgan. Plus Serena. Everybody's so excited about this.
So excited. Good morning. Wimbledon is serving up quite the opening act this year. I mean, we've got a Legends return, a chase for history, and at this point, a tournament that feels wide open.
This morning, the grass courts of Wimbledon are ready for play. With 2 weeks of tennis, tradition, and a new generation of talent taking center court. And this year, a surge of American star power. Taylor Fritz and Frances Tiafoe arrive in London riding a wave of momentum after strong showings on grass. While 2025 French Open champion Coco Gauff is looking for a Wimbledon run. But the story everyone will be watching, the return of Serena Williams, the 23-time Grand Slam champion and 7-time Wimbledon winner coming out of retirement to compete at the All England Club for the first time since 2022. Former Grand Slam winner Caroline Wozniacki weighing in on her friend's return.
It's going to be different. She's going to, not having had played singles matches in a very long time, it's going to be a different reaction for her body. But at the same time, if anyone can do it, Serena can.
At 44 years old, Serena is back playing both singles and doubles, reuniting with sister Venus on the very courts where they built their legacy. And looking for her first Wimbledon title? World number 1 Aryna Sabalenka, who enters as the betting favorite. And on the men's side, defending champion Jannik Sinner returns as the world number 1, looking to bounce back after a stunning French Open exit. But another legend is still chasing history. Novak Djokovic arrives in London seeking a record 25th Grand Slam title. Maggie Rulli caught up with the 24-time major champion on Wimbledon's famous grass courts.
It never fades. The love for the game will, stay, I'm sure will stay till the rest of my life. This tournament is, definitely one of the biggest reasons why I keep on going. When I was 7, I was constructing this Wimbledon trophy in my room out of the improvised materials that I could find. So that's how much it really means to me, and I could, feel the history and tradition every time I step out on these courts.
And listen to this. When Maggie asked Djokovic who he would like to see across the net in the final, he didn't really hesitate. He said world #1 Jannik Sinner. Of course, we're going to see if that prediction plays out when Wimbledon gets underway. You can see the first round starting this Monday at 6 a.m. Eastern on ESPN and Disney+. Lots of action.
Oh, I can't wait.
Can't wait for Serena, though.
So good.
All right. Thank you so much, Morgan. All right. Coming up here on GMA, a mistrial declared in one of the most destructive wildfires in California history.
Plus, how much celebrating July 4th could cost you and where you may be able to save.
And the new clues about the not-so-secret wedding of Taylor Swift and Travis Kelce. We've got our investigative unit all over it. We're back in a moment.
I made way too much in a week. Must be 250 at least. Like the money just grew off a tree. Like the money just came in for free, for real.
Welcome back to GMA. Drake's latest hit song has a title with the name Janice and a few letters that aren't so nice. So for anyone named Janice who is rubbed the wrong way, apparently Drake would like to apologize. Will Gantz has some details on that coming up in pop news about how Drake is making amends with all the Janices out there.
As he should.
Yes,
As he should.
exactly.
A lot of wonderful Janices out there.
Many.
All right. Let's take a look at some of the other stories we're following here on this Saturday morning. A federal judge declaring a mistrial in the case of the man accused of setting the deadly fire that devastated LA's Pacific Palisades neighborhood. Last year, jurors were deadlocked after 2 days of deliberations. Jonathan Rinderknecht was accused of maliciously starting that fire that became one of the most destructive in California history. Prosecutors say that they plan to try Rinderknecht again.
The U.S. government now allowing the limited release of Anthropic's powerful AI model Mythos 5. The decision partially reverses an order to suspend the model due to national security risks. Sources tell Reuters more than 100 companies will have access to Mythos 5. Anthropic's founder says the company is committed to working with the government on protocols and standards.
And a frighteningly close call with a bear in Alberta, Canada. Take a look at that. A woman walking her dog at a wilderness camp suddenly found herself the object of a grizzly charging right at her. She threw a cup to try to distract it and then hid inside a tent until a moose caught the bear's eye.
Wow.
No thank you.
Yeah, look how he stands up.
All right, we do begin this half hour with a growing speculation over Taylor Swift's and Travis Kelce's wedding. Plans are supposed to be top secret, but major clues have been revealed. And our investigative correspondent, Will Gantz, Taylor Swift investigative correspondent, Will Gantz, has been digging into all of it. And we're actually learning some things here, Will.
We sure are, yeah. From underdog Cape Verde to underdog Taylor Swift. You know, when they first got engaged, Taylor and Travis captioned their Instagram photo, "Your English teacher and your gym teacher are getting married," which is adorable. Except my English teacher and my gym teacher did not get married at Madison Square Garden. So let's dig in to what's fact, what's fiction, and what are the most fun theories.
Can't stop imagining Taylor's wedding?
Yeah, I bet you think about me.
You're not alone. Searches for Taylor Swift wedding plans are up 550% on Google this week.
And fans are betting, literally, on who might make the guest list. Taylor's longtime collaborator Jack Antonoff and Travis Kelce's teammate Patrick Mahomes are odds-on favorites.
As for bridesmaids, Taylor's childhood BFF, who gets a shout-out in her song 15,
You sit in class next to a redhead named Abigail, soon enough your best friends,
is a likely lock.
In fact, searches for Abigail Anderson Taylor Swift are up 40% on Google this week. And then, of course, fans think Selena Gomez and soon-to-be sister-in-law Kylie Kelce might also be bridesmaids. The only sure bet? Kansas City coach Andy Reid, who said he'll be there as long as he still fits into his tuxedo. As for a potential location,
a permit has been filed on behalf of an event company to close the street outside of New York City's Madison Square Garden from July 2nd to July 4th for an event for between 500 and 999 people.
Madison Square Garden is either the greatest decoy that's happened in the history of getting married or the simplest answer
is the right answer. Madison Square Garden is an iconic venue that marries both sports and entertainment. And so there is a poeticism, but the biggest draw, I think, for her and her team is security.
That event company also requesting permission for an exterior canopy that could be used to help conceal comings and goings in and out of MSG for a top secret affair. And just this week, Travis's friend and San Francisco 49ers star George Kittle said that wedding guests still don't know exactly where the wedding is happening. But he did say he knows it'll be amazing. And with a star-studded guest list like this one shaping up to be, how could it not?
This is your Spotify playlist coming to real life. Instead of playing a DJ, it's like, hey, Paul McCartney or Stevie Nicks or Ed Sheeran, do you want to get up and sing one of your songs for us?
So incredible. So I have a final theory that I have to float because you know us Swifties love a crazy theory. Is it possible that Taylor may have been hinting at a potential MSG decoy wedding way back in 2012 when she released her song The Lucky One? Take a listen to this.
Oh. They say you bought a bunch of land somewhere, chose the Rose Garden over Madison Square.
The Rose Garden over Madison Square. I mean, it would certainly fit that romantic aesthetic that she's known for, but we will have to wait and see.
You are doing a deep dive this morning, my friend.
It's
Very
tough work,
impressive.
but someone has to do it.
Yeah. And when you say crazy theories, you're like, I resemble that remark.
That is me. Yeah, I am crazy theories.
Yeah, we love you, Will.
We appreciate
Thank you for that.
Back now on GMA with two important parts of celebrating the July 4th holiday: travel and food. Prices on both, they've been soaring. So Morgan Norwood and Andrew Dimbert, they're here with what you need to know before you go. All right, so Morgan, let's start off with you.
All right, Gio, if it feels like everyone you know has a July 4th trip planned, you are not imagining it. We're looking at record-breaking travel. In fact, according to AAA, more than 72 million Americans will travel at least 50 miles from their homes over the holiday. We're looking at nearly 6 million people flying domestically. And there are other ways to travel as well, with nearly 5 million people taking buses or trains or going on cruises. But most holiday travelers, more than 61 million, will actually drive to their destinations despite the high cost of gas. So let's take a look. Right now, according to Gas Buddy, the average cost of a gallon of gas is $3.85. That's down 60 cents from last month, but it is up more than 63 cents from this time last year. With that in mind, let's take a look at the best times to hit the road. The race has already started in some big cities. Take a look. According to transportation firm Enrix, peak congestion in cities like Boston, LA, or Philadelphia, that will start today. But the experts say that if you want to avoid heavy traffic, you want to leave early in the day or on Monday, June 29th, or the following day, or on Tuesday, June 30th. On the holiday itself, it's best to leave after 3 or early on Sunday to head home. Gio?
Okay, leave early. Thank you so much. All right, so let's send it over to Andrew Dimbert, who has your barbecue breakout. Hey, Andrew.
All right, so 4th of July, right around the corner. Americans, though, firing up the grill may notice their cookout is costing more this year. If burgers are on the menu, the average price of ground chuck is up nearly 12% from a year ago, while burger toppings have seen some of the biggest jumps. Tomato prices have surged 46%. Iceberg lettuce is up more than 36%. There are a few bright spots, though. Chicken breast prices are essentially flat, down about 1% from last year, making grilled chicken a more budget-friendly option than beef. And if you're bringing a side, note that potatoes are more expensive than a year ago, so your homemade potato salad might be a little more pricey. Some summer favorites are also more expensive, with strawberries up 8% and lemons up about 10%. But how about some sweet news for dessert? Prepackaged ice cream is down more than 6% compared to last year. But overall, these higher food costs come as inflation accelerated yet again in May, with Moody's Analytics estimating that the typical American household, guys, is now spending about $294 more each month than it was a year ago, just to essentially buy the same goods and services with.
That's a huge impact.
Yeah.
So we have to cut back on produce and eat more ice cream.
Yeah, that's right.
The moral of that story. Thank you so much, Andrew. Appreciate it.
Now, with Disney Celebrates America, we are so excited to be taking part in this special event marking our country's 250th birthday. So on July 4th, I'll be down in D.C. bringing you the festivities from the center of it all. I'll be down in the National Mall in the thick of it.
How exciting.
And you guys are both bringing us stories about some really amazing aspects of American life. And what I love this, you're taking a closer look at American resilience.
Yeah, it was really nice to take a look at this, specifically resilience as a key ingredient of our American spirit, right? So how we respond as a country and come together in the face of tragedy and disaster. It's something that we've all seen, right, as journalists out covering stories and throughout American history. So we took this question to Dr. George Bonanno, a leading professor of clinical psychology. We've heard people cite this idea of American resilience. Do you believe there is such a thing?
I think it's at least in part American. I think human beings are resilient, but I think the idea of resilience is very American. We're a problem-solving country. We're an adapting country. And that's really is our national character.
So we also have a powerful interview with a firefighter who responded after the 9/11 attacks, plus a look back at some of the stories that I've covered personally over the years where I witnessed American resilience firsthand. It's inspiring, it offers some hope, and we hope that everybody at home will join us on July 4th. It's just a different take of like all the things that we've seen throughout history.
And part of the fabric that connects us all in the American experience. And Gio, you're going to infinity and beyond.
Oh, listen, you know I'm the space geek, right? Like I love space. And so we're talking about where we've been in this country because, of course, the rich history that we've had in this country with the space race, and then where we're going. And as part of what we're going, I got to sit down with some of the Artemis 3 astronauts who are coming up. Take a look. I think with all of the space missions that are happening, yes, there's the science and the important work, but there's also the joy that this brings the American public. Do you feel the weight of that a little bit?
Even being astronauts, honestly, when I watched Crew 2 for Artemis 2 launch, I felt like a little kid, right? That excitement, that fire, it just fires you up to be at NASA, to be an American, and to help inspire the world.
Oh, and they do inspire the world. That's astronaut Frank Rubio, by the way. And it's so exciting to see where we're going because just in the past couple of years here, where we've been in space is pretty incredible. But I also love that one of the things that we're doing here is that we're looking at the Apollo missions. We're looking at where we started. We're looking at how ABC covered it back then and the groundbreaking technology and production that we put together back then in the 60s. It's really incredible.
I cannot wait to see it. And the enthusiasm that they have is so infectious. You can see these stories and so many more in Disney Celebrates America, a live 24-hour event across all platforms. It's kicking off Friday night at 10 Eastern right here on ABC.
We are back now with our play of the day and an update on the side-eye scene around the world.
Okay.
Take a look at this. This is at a Bark in the Park night at a Florida Marlins game. This video of him, we're talking about the dog in the back, looking longingly as another pooch enjoyed a hot dog. It went viral with tens of millions of views. But every dog has his day. The Marlins posted a call to find this very good boy, as they described him, and reward him with a dream day, and it worked. So this is Jonah, a rescue dog, and we talked to Peter, Jonah's owner.
We were completely oblivious to, that video being taken in the moment and then didn't find out about it for almost 24 hours.
So Jonah will get that special day with the Marlins. The team sent over some gifts before he throws out the ceremonial first pitch. Of course, you see the hot dog right there. And this is a really a dog-eat-dog world, of course, in the best possible way. Jonah got the dog. Bon appetit right there. And we are just so thrilled for him.
Get that dog a dog.
But no condiments.
No, that's he doesn't need it. How patient was he, though? It was like, he's like, I'm just pretending that this is not happening. It's not happening in front of me. He's got his day finally. All right, coming up here on GMA in our second hour, what to know about the brand new drug to treat an aggressive form of breast cancer.
Plus, the search for a very tall missing mammal. We have the latest in the hunt for this giant giraffe.
Good morning, America. It's our second hour. Critical fire danger. The West broiling under intense dry heat. 55-mile-per-hour winds fanning flames in the nation's biggest wildfire as 100 square miles burn in southern Utah. Millions are under weather alerts. The latest on the heat and the storm threats around the country.
GMA Health Alert, the FDA approving a new frontline treatment for one of the most aggressive forms of breast cancer. What it means for patients.
An update to the list of the funniest movies of the 20th century.
I'm in love with you.
Snap out of it!
The reason a new movie has blazed its way to the top of the American Film Institute's 100 Years, 100 Laughs list.
Thank you. Thank you.
And it's a shoppable summer, the grand finale to Tori's Big Deal Week, including stunning diamonds and products as low as $20. Plus,
free shipping as well.
ABC's secret savings for on-the-go gear. As we say, good morning, America.
It's Saturday morning. This is GMA. And we do say good morning, America. It is so great to have Mary Bruce with us here. Oh, absolutely. And if you want to save some green, you've come to the right place. Deals and Seals has free shipping. You know that. Tori has all the best stuff. And cookbook author Jason Goldstein will be here. He's going to show us how to save some dough. See what we did there?
Yeah.
Dough.
Yep. We got it.
July 4th cookout. So that's coming up.
You nailed it. It's all in the delivery, Gio. We also have a lot of news to get to this morning, including the deadly earthquakes in Venezuela.
But we are going to begin here with the fires in the West. Dozens burning across 12 states with a state of emergency now declared in Utah. Melissa Adon is in Los Angeles with the latest. Good morning again, Melissa.
Good morning, Mary. The fire danger in Utah is rapidly growing. Officials telling people to have their go bags ready because any new wildfire that sparks could be life-threatening as crews are fanned out across the state.
This morning, multiple wildfires burning across Utah amid one of the rarest, most extreme weather warnings out west.
We are seeing things that we have never seen before.
Utah declaring a state of emergency as the National Weather Service calls it a particularly dangerous situation. At least a dozen new fires erupting in the state in just 24 hours, forcing evacuations for several new counties. Overnight, 2 wildfires merging into one. The Cherry Fire burning 20,000 acres south of Salt Lake City. Officials there shutting off power. The Cottonwood Fire still 0% contained. Now one of Utah's most destructive fires in the state's history, with more than 71,000 acres scorched. The scale of the flames captured on Ring camera video. Embers seen flying. Flames on the mountain burning cabins and trees. Mark LeDuc watching the devastation unfold.
The smoke cloud was getting bigger and bigger, and, just incredible, really, in a devastating and sad way to watch how fast that fire just all of a sudden appeared.
This is all that is left of Trent Owen's home, where he, his wife, and their 2 children lived.
It's really hard for my 8-year-old daughter. Everything that she knows and her whole upbringing and her home, her bedroom, all her stuff is gone.
Southwest of Salt Lake City, the Iron Fire burning over 40,000 acres, but with 27% containment, officials lifting some evacuation orders. Residents of Eureka making an emotional return home.
Happy that everyone's homes are still here.
On top of already battling these large, uncontrolled wildfires, Utah is dealing with extremely dry vegetation, gusty winds, and humidity levels down to 5%, making this very dangerous for any new fire activity.
Yeah, and the dry summer conditions just getting started. Melissa, thank you. Now to Venezuela, where the death toll is rising after those major back-to-back earthquakes. Nearly 1,000 people killed, tens of thousands missing. U.S. aid and search and rescue teams now on the ground there. Marcus Moore is back with the latest. Marcus, good morning.
Oh, Whit, good morning again. There have been moments of relief and joy as crews managed to rescue some from the rubble of those buildings. But it is still a race against time for others. The destruction in Venezuela is widespread and is catastrophic. One of the hardest hit areas is La Guaira, north of Caracas. More than 100 buildings have been damaged or destroyed there. We're talking about high-rise structures that have collapsed, and the back-to-back earthquakes left more than 900 people dead. And rescuers have managed to save an 18-day-old baby boy named Juan. His mother was also rescued, and we saw images of him being placed in his father's arms, just moving images there. Rescuers also saving a dog that was found barking in the rubble of a collapsed home. Now, more than 50,000 people are unaccounted for right now, and those numbers are expected to change as the search evolves. 2 search and rescue teams from the U.S. have now arrived with special equipment to help in the rescue effort. And as we noted earlier this morning, 10 different countries are now involved in this. So this is truly an international response to a crisis that's still unfolding, Mary.
Everyone pitching in, but still a long road ahead. Marcus, thank you. And now to the late-breaking developments in Iran. U.S. forces striking Iran in retaliation for an Iranian attack on a commercial ship in the Strait of Hormuz. Let's get back to ABC News senior White House correspondent Selena Wang for the latest. Selena, good morning.
Yeah, Mary, good morning. Last night, the U.S. attacked Iran with strikes on missile and drone storage locations. The U.S. military saying this was in retaliation to Iran firing on a cargo ship trying to cross the Strait of Hormuz just 24 hours earlier. President Trump had called that attack a foolish violation of our ceasefire agreement. He claims Iran shot at least 4 attack drones at ships in the Strait, with one of them hitting the upper deck of a large cargo ship and the U.S. knocking the other 3 down. Now, it's been just over a week since Trump signed that deal with Iran, and it's already been tested again and again. In that deal, Iran promises to reopen the Strait, but instead, it's been trying to control it, warning ships they could be in danger if they pass the Strait without Iran's permission. Iran also says it plans to charge ships a fee to pass, but the Trump administration says that's unacceptable. And here's the bigger picture in all of this. Before the war, 1/5 of the world's energy supply transited through the Strait, but this latest incident shows just how tough it's going to be for traffic to get back to normal levels.
Yeah, and it really is a back and forth at the Strait of Hormuz. All right, thank you so much, Selena. This morning, the CDC is responding to the growing Ebola outbreak in Central Africa by elevating its emergency response to the highest level, the level 1 alert. That was previously set for the response to Hurricane Katrina, the H1N1 pandemic in 2009, and the Ebola outbreak in 2014. So far, more than 1,100 cases of Ebola have been confirmed in the DRC and Uganda. Nearly 300 people have died. What?
All right, Gio, the Special Olympics came to a close in Minneapolis, and lots of athletes are heading home with some hardware to celebrate, including runner Connor Emmert. Connor represented Virginia on the track this week. He took bronze in both the 100-meter and 200-meter unified races. He also placed 5th in the 100-meter team relay. Congratulations to Connor and all the athletes who competed in this year's games. Our Rebecca Jarvis, hosting the ceremony. Is just an incredibly inspiring story.
Congratulations to them.
Coming up here on GMA in our morning menu, the new frontline treatment option for women facing one of the most difficult kinds of breast cancer to treat. We are breaking down what it means.
Such an important story. Also ahead, we're baking bread to save some dough. The tips you need. Oh boy.
Need. Oh, you're on a roll. And it is the grand finale to Tori's Big Deal Week. We have a big end to a big week. Free shipping and deals so good, you don't need to look anywhere else. We're going to be right back. Stay here.
On a roll. That's a breadcrumb.
I know.
We are back now with our GMA cover story. The FDA approving new treatment option for one of the most aggressive forms of breast cancer. Morgan Norwood has the details on this. Morgan, good morning.
Good morning. This could be a real breakthrough with triple-negative breast cancer. It's one of the most tough-to-treat forms of breast cancer because it's so aggressive and it grows really fast. Historically, patients with metastatic disease have been given chemotherapy first. Well, this approval is a major advancement when it comes to treatment options. The drug is called Trodelvy, and you may recognize it because it's not entirely new. This is an approval as a frontline treatment for metastatic triple-negative breast cancer. And up until now, this approval has been offered after other treatments have failed. Trodelvy is a targeted treatment, and in clinical trials, it looked pretty good. It kept cancer from growing and spreading longer than standard chemo would.
Okay, very promising. So how common is this triple-negative breast cancer, and who is most at risk?
Yeah, it is actually pretty common. Triple-negative breast cancer makes up about 10 to 15% of all breast cancers and disproportionately impacts younger premenopausal women and Black women who are diagnosed at nearly double the rate of white women, and then also face higher mortality rates. So bottom line with this approval, Trodelvy can now be given on its own or even paired with immunotherapy. So this is a real promising step forward against the battle against breast cancer.
Wow, sure is. Really Morgan, thank you for bringing that to us. We appreciate it.
All right, time now for Pop. I was just looking at you. I was like, oh, that's
I'm happy to introduce myself.
Time now for
Give
Pop
it up
News.
for the one and only Will Gans.
There he is.
What's going on there?
We begin with the definitive list of the funniest movies of the 20th century, getting a little update. The American Film Institute's 100 Years, 100 Laughs list, curated by scholars, artists, and experts, have ranked comedy classics with movies like Father of the Bride coming in at 83, Moonstruck at 41, Airplane at number 10, For years, it's contended that Some Like It Hot, starring Marilyn Monroe, Tony Curtis, and Jack Lemmon, is the funniest movie of the 1900s. Until now, in honor of Mel Brooks' 100th birthday tomorrow, AFI is granting the iconic filmmaker a birthday wish, declaring that Blazing Saddles is, in fact, the funniest movie of the 20th century.
Wow.
He has long said that it's funnier than Some Like It Hot, so they're granting his wish. The Gene Wilder film has long held steady at number 6, and Mel Brooks is the only filmmaker with 3 films in the top 15, including The Producers at 11, Young Frankenstein at 13. A huge happy 100th birthday to Mel Brooks, who's currently working on Spaceballs 2, which is due out next year. And speaking of the future, I want to ask you guys what your picks of the funniest movies of all time would be, and that can include this century as well.
It can include this century. I'm going to say Heartbreakers with Sigourney Weaver and Jennifer Love Hewitt.
Okay.
See? That's a good one.
I wasn't anticipating that.
Oh, wow. All right.
I'm going Coming to America.
Coming to America.
That's so good.
So great.
So good. I'm going to go with Big Lebowski.
Yeah.
I just, the dude abides.
That's the dude abides. My pick, by the way, would be Bridesmaids.
Oh, that's right.
I knew you were going to say that, too.
It's called Taste. All right. Up next, to Drake, who scored his 14th #1 hit on the Billboard Hot 100 last month with his new song that includes the name Janice in the title, followed by some not safe for work letters urging the titular Janice to pipe down. The song was apparently inspired by Tony Soprano's miserable older sister in The Sopranos. And don't forget about Janice from Friends, who was the butt of a lot of jokes in that show. Safe to say that Janices across the country, at least on TV, have been through it. Now Drake is ready to make nice. The Grammy winner getting ready to host Janice-only parties in New York City, Los Angeles, Miami, Toronto, and Houston. According to Now Toronto, guests have to show government ID with the name Janice to get into the party. No exceptions are being made. Invitations are set to go out tomorrow, so Janice is everywhere. Be on the lookout.
They're going to be treated to a good time? Is that the idea?
I think yes.
Okay.
Maybe drinks on Drake. Yeah, as long as your name is Janice.
The VIP Janice party.
That's right. That's right. All right, finally, y'all remember the sewer singer I introduced you to a couple months back?
Yes.
Kilroy, shocking his coworkers and the internet with his incredible voice. Well, I found another submission for the Undercover Superstar Files. Check out this video of Andrew David in Chicago tackling the famous Seasons of Love solo from Rent while working the overnight shift at Planet Fitness. Yeah.
What?
Geospace says it all, by the way. That video has caught the eye of Tracy Toms, who played the part in the movie, commenting, "No, but really, how?" Andrew tells me that the overnight shift at the gym perfectly fits after he finishes his day job as a street performer in Chicago. The video's blowing up, so who knows what's next for him, but big things in the future.
Also, the acoustics in Planet Fitness.
There you go.
Yeah.
There you go.
All right, thank you. Well, that was great. All right, now to Mary with Deals and Steals. Hey.
What an amazing voice. All right, thank you. It is the grand finale, as we know, to Tori Johnson's Big Deal Week, a big end
I
to
feel
a
like you're
huge
setting
week.
this up like so huge.
Well, it is. It has been a huge deal. You brought us such phenomenal products, and we're going out with a bang here. You have some real stunners for us today.
We do have some really good ones. Everything's with free shipping, which everybody loves. So this is Gonanas. This is a banana bread that usually Gio is picking at and loves. And that's because it's one of the easiest ways to make homemade, but using a mix where you get to have.
It is so good.
It's really good.
Of this one.
Right.
Oh, yeah.
That's a banana chocolate chip. So
Yep.
you're going
This
to
is my
add your
favorite.
own ripe bananas to this. And they give you tips on like more bananas to make it super dense, fewer bananas to make it fluffier, but adding your own bananas. Thank you. Check.
Just comes for the food and
exactly. So it is a delicious, delicious mix that, again, tastes homemade without the hard work. They put together a big variety of options for us, all 50 off plus free shipping.
And we make a lot of this at home with the kids because it's a great grab-and-go breakfast in the morning with the little ones.
Exactly. Maya J. Dazzle.
I'm sorry, do we have diamonds on Deals and Steals
Lab
store?
diamond earrings on Deals and Steals, plus that lab diamond necklace.
So
all of these are set in white carat gold, and we've got from 2 to 4 carat total weight studs. We've got the solitaire necklaces where you can do, that's a double, which is so pretty.
Oh my gosh.
We've got singles, you get a lot of sparkle, a lot of bling for your buck when you buy lab diamonds. They're more affordable, more accessible than some of the mine diamonds. And all of these today, 50% off plus free shipping.
That is
really
a huge
good
deal. Wow.
Yeah.
Bling
really
for your buck. I like that.
exactly. Okay, and a lot of sparkle over there too. Okay, this is Select Soma. These are gel cushions that have thousands of reviews. Little handle like this makes it easy to take from car to office to home. And it's just this gel that's inside of here really allows a chair to be so much more comfortable and to relieve the pressure on your back, which helps relieve a lot of the common conditions that people have with both back and hip pain. So super simple way to upgrade a chair. These are 50 off plus free shipping, highly rated on Select Soma.
And super squishy.
Yes. Okay. Whiter teeth in as little as a week. You do 8-minute sessions, 3 8-minute sessions a day in a week to have teeth that are whiter in a week. And they use, if you feel this, you can see that it's got a little bit of heat in here. And it's that combination of the blue light and the heat plus their proprietary formula that's going to give you that whiter teeth with no sensitivity. You can either use it with the device, just literally hang it around your head, go about your business, do your little session, or you can use those vials directly on your teeth on their own. Glow Science, popular. This is one that I'm asked, when's it back? Today's your day because it's 50 off and free shipping for all of the options.
And so compact. I mean, you could do that when you're driving or commuting to work.
You can do it anywhere. Exactly. And you know what else you could do at the same time? Listen to your favorite music or podcasts. These are great from Vibes. Super comfortable to wear, noise canceling, earbuds. What I love also is that on the case, the charging case tells you how much juice you have remaining, so you never get trapped without enough. Easy, compact, great sound quality on these. $28 with our deal plus free shipping.
And the patterns are super cute. You're not going to lose them, right?
Yes, exactly. And then finally, one of my favorites.
I love this one.
Yes, me too. Guard your ID. So you see that when you roll here's one for you. I got you all set up here. You got your own.
This is so cool.
It's so fun.
Satisfying.
So you get to just roll over any kind of text that you want to be concealed from prying eyes. So before you throw something away, and then it's subject to identity theft, people go through the trash, you never know. So on labels, bank statements, you can even use it on prescription bottles, anywhere you have sensitive information. And it's also, because it is concealed, it's eco-friendly versus shredding.
I'd say it saves you the time, but also the environmental impact.
Exactly. Shredding, not eco-friendly. So this, you get eco-friendly and you get protection from prying eyes. Feel good with these sets. We've got a big variety of sets for you online that they've put together. $20 per set. You get a bunch of them, plus free shipping.
Always free shipping. Thank you. This is such a smart idea.
It's really smart.
Thank you, Tori. You always bring us the best stuff. We, of course, have partnered with all these companies on these great products. If you've missed any of the free shipping deals this week, you can still grab them over at gmadeals.com or by scanning that QR code there on the screen. And coming up, a new study that shows that frequent 5-minute walks, just 5 minutes, can have a big impact on your health.
You wanna be my lover, you gotta get with my friends, make it last forever, friendship never ends. If you wanna be my lover, you have got to give, taking is too easy, but that's the way it is.
Man, that takes me back. We are spicing up your Saturday morning. Welcome back to GMA. This week marks 30 years. How is that possible? Since Wannabe was released in Japan. Way to make me feel old. Okay. Mel B, a.k.a. Scary Spice, taking to Instagram to reminisce how the song changed her life forever, adding she's thankful for her 4 sisters. Friendship never ends, and neither does the hope. Certainly my hope from fans and myself that we may get one more tour in.
Just
maybe,
one more.
Maybe.
Of course we can have more, right? Yeah.
So good.
All right, while we hold out hope, let's get to some of the top headlines we're following right now. More than 72 million Americans are expected to travel for the busy 4th of July weekend. That's according to AAA. Most travelers, more than 61 million, will drive to their destinations. Nearly 6 million are taking domestic flights, and nearly 5 million people will take buses, trains, or go on cruises.
And listen to this. Gracie the giraffe finally found after a days-long search in Texas. Officials say that Gracie was spotted early Friday roaming the rugged terrain 4 miles south of Cedar Hollow Ranch. The local sheriff saying that Gracie appeared, quote, fat and happy.
Well, geez.
After she was on the lam. A team of veterinarians and volunteers are working to safely capture Gracie and bring her back home.
Well, Gracie, we think you're long and slim. And the bats were on fire in Chicago as the White Sox toppled the Kansas City Royals 22-1. The Sox put up 10 runs in the third. By the end of the sixth, the entire lineup scored at least one run. The last time the White Sox scored this many homers was back in 1970. So be sure to tune in this afternoon for more MLB action. Catch Game 3 of the rivalry series between the Boston Red Sox and the New York Yankees at 1:10 p.m. Eastern right here on ABC. All right, now to a GMA health alert, and this one's important for people who work at a desk all day. They're sitting down. A recently released study finds that just 5 minutes walking each hour can have a significant impact on your health. Dr. Leah Kroll, our favorite neurologist, is right here to help us with this. Good to see you.
Welcome back.
Good to see you.
Yeah.
Happy Saturday.
Yeah.
I feel like we should be walking for this segment. But break down this study for us right now.
Okay, so the headline finding here is that movement does not have to be marathon size to matter. This was a large study, a survey of 11,000 people participating in the Body Electric Challenge, and they were asked to walk for 5 minutes at intervals of either every 30 minutes, 60 minutes, or 120 minutes during their waking hours. And the study found that for people walking every hour, they reported better mood, less fatigue, and the frequent breaks didn't interfere with their work performance. So this is really adding to the growing body of evidence we have that says breaking up long periods of sitting is so important for both body and mind.
You know what I notice? I notice that when I walk more, I sleep better.
Oh, interesting.
And so when I get those fewer steps, then I'm not sleeping so well. So they really did find some differences, right?
They really did find some differences, but here's something that's interesting. You know, they looked at these intervals, 30, 60, 120 minutes, and it turns out that the 30-minute interval is where they saw the largest improvements in mood and fatigue, but there was a catch, which is that that was the routine that people had the hardest time actually sticking with.
Right.
Yeah.
On the other hand, walking every 2 hours, people had a much easier time sticking to that, but the health benefits weren't quite there in the same way. So walking every hour seems to be that sweet spot, balancing effectiveness and something that's actually realistic for people
doable.
to do.
Yeah, exactly. Speaking of realistic, right? We've been hearing more about like bursts of intense activity, and there's a 7-minute workout. What is this?
Okay, the 7-minute workout.
This is not like 8-minute abs, right?
Well,
okay.
The 7-minute workout has been buzzy and trendy for years, but it's not a magic
burpees,
hack.
all the things.
Oh, totally. It's efficient though. It's based in high-intensity interval training or HIIT, so that means it combines these short bursts of intense exercise, burpees, push-ups, squats, you name it, with brief periods of rest. And it's basically designed for people who feel that exercise is inaccessible because they don't have the time to work out. And so what the studies tell us is that if you work hard enough in these 7 minutes, you actually do see real improvements in your cardiovascular fitness and your strength. But I don't want people to hear this and think all I need is 7 minutes for a workout and I'm set for life. I want them to hear this and think if all I have today is 7 minutes, that's infinitely better than doing nothing.
Great way to look at it.
But there is this growing trend, I love this, the exercise snack. So tell us a little bit more about that.
So the studies we're talking about today are so timely because of this exercise snack trend that's absolutely blowing up online. It's essentially the idea that you sprinkle in exercise where you can in your day. So the way a nutritious snack fills the gaps between meals, an exercise snack fills the gaps between your workouts. And I like to tell my patients, look for opportunities to move that are sort of hidden in your regular routine. Could be going for a walk when you're talking on the phone, parking the car farther away, using the stairs instead of the elevator, doing squats while you're waiting for your coffee to brew, setting an alarm on your phone to walk every hour, whatever it is that works in your day-to-day.
But again, should these short bursts replace the big, can the snack replace the meal, I guess?
Oh.
Well, you can't hack your way out of an overall healthy lifestyle. So the short answer is no. But I think that the conversation here really is encouraging because what we're learning is that healthy habits are not all or nothing. They're all or something. And what I mean by that is that, yes, the gold standard activity recommendations are going to be every week 150 minutes moderate intensity exercise plus 2 strength training sessions. And that's where we see the biggest bang for your buck in terms of health benefits. That's not going to change. But we know that's not a realistic goal for everyone every single week, unfortunately. And so what these studies are telling us is that doing a little bit of something is still meaningful. If you think of exercise like saving for retirement, every little deposit counts, and over time it really adds up to something big and impactful.
The Fitness Bank by Dr. Leah Kroll. Thank you so much.
And have a snack. But a workout snack.
A workout snack and a healthy snack.
Whatever you can do.
Whatever you can do.
Oh, thank you so much, Dr. Leah.
Now on GMA, with one way to save some dough, we had to sneak one more pun in there, by making your own bread at home cookbook author and content creator Jason Goldstein is here with easy recipes, tips, and tricks for all your needs. Okay, never mind. There was one more.
Oh, there
all right, but let's start with the popular summer staple, the hot dog bun.
All right.
Talk us through your recipe.
I'm super grateful to be
Put me to
here.
work.
So we're gonna make a hot dog bun, but we're gonna make it really good because we're gonna actually use my challah dough recipe. So it's gonna
love
taste
that.
very
Okay.
brioche without the work.
Wow.
Sorry. So you're gonna right in here. You're gonna have your oil and your water, and you're gonna put your yeast, and you're gonna let that bloom for about 10 minutes.
Yeah.
A fun tip is if you want the water to be perfectly warm without having a thermometer, 30 seconds in the microwave. That's all it takes.
Good tip.
And then we're gonna pour some of that flour in there that has flour and salt. And challah dough actually has more sugar. You won't taste the sweetness. It just tastes so much better.
Yeah.
And then we're gonna mix it up all together. Here, you want to help mix it? We do the mixing dance.
Do a
with it?
mixing dance.
Yes,
You got it.
yes,
There you go, Mary.
exactly.
That's right.
And then, see, there you go.
Hey,
That's what they do
hey,
at bakeries. When it's done and it forms that dough, you're gonna take this and you're gonna put it just like that. You're gonna knead it, and you're just gonna keep kneading it until for 8 minutes, and then there you go. And you're gonna go fold it over as well too as you knead it. And then when you're done, you're gonna let it rest for about an hour and a half, so it doubles in size. Okay, are you ready?
Yeah, how do you shape a hot dog bun? I mean, how do you get that,
I would never
classic
think of
shape?
this.
Okay, it's crazy easy. So I'll roll it out for us, and then we are going to be bakers live on TV. Ready? So we're gonna go just
no pressure,
like that.
Mary Bruce.
Okay, I know.
It's super easy, and it's fun to do with your kids as well too. So we're gonna go just like that. Okay, so you're gonna take it just like this, just an inch. You're gonna fold it over, and just keep going. With that mixing, I know you're gonna be able to do this
Keep
really
rolling,
awesome.
rolling.
Yeah, and you kind of fold it, and then you're gonna squeeze the edges like that, just so it doesn't open up. And I'm gonna show you a trick so it stays nice and even. Put your hand in the middle of the dough, and you're gonna roll out just like that. And it's gonna rise twice. So this is gonna sit for 45 minutes until it rises. Then it goes in the oven at 315 for 18 minutes.
Perfect.
And a fun trick at the end when it looks like this, for it to get magically bakery fresh, you're gonna brush some butter on top of it. And it's gonna taste good. Juicy hot
look
dog,
at that.
and it tastes like summer.
This is why we love you, because you're not light on the sugar and the butter.
No, I like it. I'm here for
You
it.
use the same recipe for the hamburger buns, too.
Yes, yes. Okay, so we take some dough. You ready?
Okay.
So it's going to be the palm of your hand and a hockey puck. So the palm of your hand, you're going to smoosh it down so it's the size of your palm of your hand. Okay, just like that. And then the second part is we're going to just kind of tuck it back up like this. And we're gonna form like a ball like that. And you can just squeeze the top up like that. You just kind of seal it all in. And roll it up so it gets to a ball. That's perfect, just like that. And you roll it up. And now the hockey puck. You ready? Okay. So now you just smush it down again. It's dough therapy. So you're smushing it down. It's like the size of a hockey puck.
You can relieve some stress, while you're at it too.
As the gluten rests and de-stresses, actually.
Wow.
And then you're gonna leave this just the same thing as the hot dog buns for it to rise, and you don't need to buy a measuring thing or a scale.
I would never think to make hamburger and hot dog buns with this.
So easy,
Awesome.
so easy.
We're covering all the breads here today, right? So now we're getting into pita bread, and there's like a technique to get it, fluffy. What's the move?
Okay, so this is the fastest bread of all of them. So one of the ways to get it fluffy is you actually only knead it for about 4 minutes instead of 8 minutes, so that it rests and there's not as much gluten, so it puffs up really nice. And the second thing is a really hot surface. So either in the oven for 4 minutes at 500 degrees, or because it's summer, you can actually just put it on a hot pan dry and just keep flipping it, just 2 minutes, and it puffs up. Yeah, and you get the pockets of sandwich possibilities in there.
Oh, it smells so good. Okay.
All right, let's talk pizza. Because
all right.
Come on in here,
everybody, this is the ultimate dough. How do you make it crispy, not soggy? Like, what's the trick to the pizza?
Okay, leave the rolling pin over there.
See you later.
So
Okay.
you're gonna take your dough and you're gonna actually put your hands in the middle of the dough and work from the center
Don't roll
out.
it at all. See, so I made that mistake.
Well, there's never a mistake because
I
pizza's
can't,
still
like,
delicious.
flip it like most, the pros.
Yeah. You can
I'm
try.
not there yet.
You will be. But till then, you just push it out, and then it causes the perfect circle. And the second thing, just like the pita, that's why they're next to each other, is the heat. So you put in a really hot oven, but a really fun trick is because because it's summer, turn on your grill really hot, and 2 minutes per side, it gets this fluffy crust. You can add some peppery arugula, some garlicky pesto in there, and some juicy peaches, and you have a summer beach
grilled
pizza party.
Jason, in 20 seconds, tell us about the sandwich.
Okay, so milk instead of water. The gluten gets coated with the fat of the milk. It tastes tastes delicious, and it won't get too tough. It'll be a fluffy dough.
Wow.
Jason, thank you so much for the great tips and tricks. We are ready. We're going to snack on this.
And coming up here, Will Gans is back with ABC's Secret Savings. When you're on the go, which he obviously is right now, discounts up to 58% off. Where are we going hiking, Will? We're back now with ABC's Secret Savings, and Will Gans is back with great on-the-go gear for wherever you're headed for this summer, right?
All your adventures.
Exactly.
Let's turn walking into a full-body weighted workout. Jetty's weighted walking poles engage your arms, shoulders, core, and back for a whole body workout. Great for walking, hiking.
It's engaged.
Yeah, everyday movement. Each pole weighs just over 1 pound and helps improve posture and balance. And then the weighted walking pack that you can wear adds resistance to every step, enhancing strength training, improving bone health, and burning more calories while you're on the go. 7 pounds evenly distributed for comfort. You'll save more than 30% on our site.
These are super popular right now.
Yeah. It's a great way to just level up your 5-minute family walk that you were talking about. All right, improve the fit and feel of your current shoes with Atrex orthotic insoles. These are precision made for proper arch alignment, engineered to fit in all the spaces between your foot and the ground to give you complete comfort and help relieve foot and back pain. We have insoles designed for everyday comfort, for exercise, with memory foam, with more. For both men and women on our site, you'll save 50% with our deal.
And the key is the variety for the different types of shoes,
exactly.
right?
And they're so well made.
Really great stuff.
Up next, this is all about staying safe on the go. She's Birdie is a lightweight clip-on LED light and siren that's hands-free and water-resistant for peace of mind. Yeah, to see and be seen. It easily clips onto clothing, to a dog leash, bags, and more. It's great for running, walking, hiking, bike rides, and beyond. 3 light settings: solid white, flashing white, and red flashing light. The siren is very loud to help attract attention should you need it. These are half off on our site today, and you can grab them for all ages who are outdoors, in the dark, anywhere you might need a little extra peace of mind.
Excellent.
This is a fan fave here. Charge up to 5 devices at the same time.
Whoa.
Built-in Lightning and Type-C cables, plus 2 USB ports, wireless charging capabilities. It's compact. It's got a portable design with sleek faux leather carrying case, high-speed charging with LCD battery display, integrated LED flashlight, which we are looking very illuminated from right now. You can
don't look directly into the light.
Exactly.
I just learned that.
Slide out phone holder, magnetic kickstand. Save more than 50% today on this feature-packed device.
Great for travel.
Take it to the beach in your beach bag.
Yeah, absolutely.
Next, upgrade your eyewear with Ryan Simkai Eye Shop. All I can say is prepare for compliments, baby, when you're on the go wearing these bold, sophisticated frames. We have a huge assortment of polarized sunglasses, plus their blue light readers, so you can match your glasses to your outfits indoors and outdoors. Save 40% on our site, although the eyebrow, that
sold separately.
Sold separately.
Yes,
exactly right.
Yes, great. Love it. Well, thank you very much, Will.
Thank you.
Appreciate it. I realized I had to remove the glasses to be able to talk about what comes next. Of course, all these great brands you can get, plus more than 24 additional deals from our June ABC Secret Savings special. You can check them out by scanning the QR code right there on the screen, or you can go to abcsecretsavings.com. Will, thank you so much as always. Thank you so much for starting your day with us. Always great to have Mary at the desk with us.
Spending the weekend with you guys.
Maria. I call you Maria.
Maria.
You can catch more weekend news coverage over on ABC News Live. Samara and Will join me. It's going to be a great time.
And we'll see you tomorrow.
Bye-bye.
Bye, everybody.